Kylie foi relançada pela gravadora Parlophone e remodelada como uma diva do pop. Ela canta para o nosso prazer, tem apelo sexual e mostra o seu corpo. Kylie é fascinante de assistir, mas fomos mantidos à distância da fantasia que ela representava.
Kylie's a purveyor of sanitized sexuality. I mean, she is sexy and she appeals to a wide constituency of heterosexual males, but there's something almost untouchable about her.
She's sort of safe sex. Here she is wearing not very much, but with Kylie it's somehow sort of okay.
The Agent Provocateur commercial that she did was extraordinarily raunchy, but it still doesn't seem to turn Kylie into anything as sordid or seedy as it could. So it's a remarkable trick in a way, because it also doesn't alienate a female audience. You know, a female audience can still feel Kylie's part of their world. She's not showing off to their boyfriend. She's not, you know, it's merely appealing to a gay audience. There's something about it that works on all levels.
Os empresários de Kylie estavam loucos para lucrar com a sua imagem sexy. Eles queriam criar uma estrela do pop com uma imagem tão forte que a marca seria reconhecida instantaneamente.
Kylie's image is all. She might not say a lot, but she is fantastically styled and with some of the greatest photographic images that remain now. And I think at the core of any great campaign, particularly in popular culture, you have to have the iconographic shot.
The people at GQ magazine obviously took this one step further, recreating the iconic image of the female tennis player hitching up her skirt to reveal a bare bottom, using Kylie, kind of a play on Kylie's iconic status and how big a brand she'd become in her own right.
She was shot wearing underwear because it was cold, knowing that we would remove the underwear afterwards to echo the picture. And then, possibly the day after the magazine had been published, we got a call from a guy called Maurice Chittenden, the Sunday Times, saying that he'd heard that Kylie was annoyed that we'd taken her knickers off for this cover. I said this wasn't true, thought nothing else of it. And there appeared a down-page story in that Sunday's paper saying that Kylie was annoyed. And again, I read this and thought nothing of it. And the next day, the cover of all the tabloids in the Mail, it was everywhere. And this story went bananas. And I called up Kylie's PR person, who I know very well, and said, what do you make of this? And he said, well, I don't know where this has come from, but if we keep our mouths shut, we can keep this going for a while. And we did.
Será que foi Kylie quem manipulou a história? Ou será que foi uma estratégia de marketing do seu time? De qualquer forma, a foto foi tirada de circulação, fazendo com que ela fosse até mais procurada.
And it lasted in the press for 8 or 9 days. It was extraordinary. And we just didn't feed anybody anything. And it just kept going and going and going and going. So it was a sort of win-win situation.
O próximo ataque espetacular de Kylie foi em 2002, com a promoção da sua canção I Can Get Out of My Head. A música era hipnótica e o vídeo era impressionante, com uma imagem audaciosa do futuro e Kylie ironicamente demonstrada como uma dançarina robótica.
Can't Get You Out of My Head is definitely the pivotal iconic moment for Kylie Minogue. You know, she'd been through different phases. She'd done disco, girl next door, rock chick, but this was the moment where she came up with a hit, with a hook so addictive it was like crack cocaine.
It was an incredibly powerful pop song, and she hadn't really had that before. It was an absolute classic, and it completed in a way the formula that suddenly Kylie was making really original pop music, really powerful pop music. And I just feel that was the moment when Kylie became iconic, and we could truly just call her Kylie.
The video opened with her driving a yellow Lamborghini. What's cooler than that? And then these really blood-red lips, a very sort of futuristic dance routine, and suddenly from the, going from the gold hot pants, which was pure sex, Kylie was sleek, she was designer, and she was really putting out quite a definitive new image.
She came round here and I bounced my little baby boy up and down on her knee and, had tea and biscuits. And I actually had one here already, a toile of one in black, which was, made for a 6-footer, and she tried it on. And she looked in the mirror and she just pulled this pose, you know, and I just got goosebumps.
It was a hoodie, basically. It was very chavvy. It was a chavvy hood. You know, she made the hood less chavvy.
A imagem de Kylie, I Can Get You Out of My Head, elevou seu status na cultura pop. E logo ela começou a ser comparada com Madonna. Será que Kylie podia competir com a rainha da reinvenção? Ou será que ela só era uma marionete corporativa?
Kylie and Madonna are often compared hand in hand, and the thing that they share is this just inherent ability to just come back time and time again and with a different image, a new look. And it 9 times out of 10 works and gives you that surprise factor and helps you fall in love all over again with the artist and reconnect with them. And I think that's where Kylie has been just so successful.
They know how to manipulate the industry. Their publicists and record label know how to edge them in the right direction with looks with regards to music and sound. I think for me, Madonna leads the way when it comes to new ideas. Kylie surprises us. She sort of throws something in the mix and you kind of like, whoa, that's really cool.
Certainly Madonna can be enigmatic. And the moment she actually had across her chest, Kylie, it got all the sort of tabloids and the slick press sort of running around trying to work out what it all meant. Pure mischief. And of course it helped Kylie, and it was at a time when they probably symbiotically fed off one another. You wouldn't get Madonna putting that across if she didn't believe in the sort of popular delivery of Kylie.
Para Kylie, toda reinvenção incorpora um novo namorado. E com tão poucos escândalos, a imprensa sempre vai ficar atenta aos problemas no campo amoroso. Apesar dos seus esforços, do controle que ela mantém em todas as outras áreas, ela não parece controlar os homens da sua vida.
You don't become the biggest thing in pop around the world if you're not got a bit of control about you.
Kylie has a very unfortunate love life. I mean, you really do feel for her. She's got this amazing career, looks gorgeous, has aged amazingly. But, I mean, look at her love life. It's really, really dire.
I think that it might be that you might have not been a love rap prior to going out with Kylie Minogue. But the problem is, once you've pulled Kylie, right, from bloke's perspective, if you pull Kylie Minogue, that'll go to your head. Even if you're the most modest bloke in the world. I went to lunch with Kylie once and I went around thinking that I was Casanova for about the next year. We only had Eggs Benedict.
Because there's absolutely nothing you can say against Kylie Minogue, the only thing the press have to pick at is her apparently poor choice of relationships. And because she seems to be unlucky in love, and because her first song was I Should Be So Lucky, press people love nothing more than a bad pun. And so we're always picking up on the fact that Kylie's unlucky in her relationships.